Hello and welcome to the channel, honest reviews of everything. My name is Danny and thank you for watching today. Today's video is, I'm a little bit conflicted doing it, but I feel that I need to be honest in myself, and the subject of today's video is little niggly issues and little gripes I have with my new car. Obviously people who are subscribed to my channel have seen my previous videos, know that I brought a brand new 2 Series Gran Coupe M Sport BMW about 6 to 8 weeks ago now, and I've been very much rose tinted glasses. Everything's great in the car, loving lots of love-ins, obviously talking about all the fantastic features. But I suppose, being open and honest, no car's perfect, everything has their little faults, and it's just taken a little while for me to find out what the ones are on this particular car. So the honeymoon period is over with. I'm going to spend a little bit of time just talking you through some of the little niggly faults that I have with the car. Some of them are of my own doing, I'll admit, don't get me wrong, but some of them I feel that BMW perhaps could have done a little bit more for their customers. But hey ho, please watch, enjoy, feedback if you want to. I'm enjoying interacting with all my subscribers at the moment. I'm having some great feedback from you all, so thank you very much. And yeah, let's get right to it. Okay, so one of the first little niggles I have with this particular car is, although it is absolutely gorgeous to look at, the digital display can only be described as a pain in the backside when it comes to dust. It seems to be a magnet for it. I'm forever wiping it down, and it can sometimes be a little bit distracting because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. But at the moment, I've given it a little bit of a wipe before we started and it looks great. But yeah, like I say, it's nothing the car can really do, but that's just one of my little niggles. Whilst we're on the digital display, one thing I would like to talk about is the fuel tank. On this particular car, it's got a 40-litre tank. Now, I'm averaging between 35 and 38 miles per gallon. So on a 40-litre tank, which is about 8.8 gallons, it rounds up to around about 300 miles. Now, don't get me wrong, that is pretty good. On pretty much all my previous cars, I'm used to having a much bigger tank, and cars in this category do tend to have bigger tanks as well, with the exception of the Mercedes A-Class. Then the Mercedes A-Class would send me balmy because that's got a 35-litre tank, but stuff like VW Golfs, Audi A3s, they're all 50-litre tanks. So I've not really had a chance to do a long journey in the car at this moment in time, but I could see myself many a time having to pull into service stations and paying for ridiculously overpriced petrol. Only a small little gripe, but yeah, I think there could be more done with the fuel tank on this car. Okay, and one of the next little gripes I have, if someone can enlighten me on this, then great, but if not, then it's definitely starting to annoy me, and that is the air conditioning menu. I've been used to, on previous cars, having just a button that you press and the aircon comes on, but on this one here we have max air conditioning and then nothing else. Obviously you can see that the aircon is on there. You have to actually go into the car's menu system to turn it on, which can be very distracting, especially when you're driving. I myself have been using the BMW personal assistant to turn it on and off, but it's definitely a gripe that I have, that there's no button that you press for aircon on, aircon off. A little bit annoying. Okay, we're on the outside of the car now, and another one of the annoyances I have, not really an annoyance, it's more of sort of like, I get a little bit nervous when I'm going over speed bumps. I chose the M Sport version of this particular car, and you can obviously see that the suspension is a little bit lower. Now, this doesn't affect the ride as such because it's a beautiful smooth ride, but I'm finding myself almost wincing every single time I go over a speed bump, which isn't ideal. Continuing on the outside of the car, again, this is my own personal choice and doing, but it is, I'm sure people can relate to this, the colour of the car, black. I actually didn't want black, but my wife twisted my arm, so I ended up having to go for it. and at the moment it looks spectacular. Once you've polished it up, it looks really, really good. But as you get close in, I'm sure a lot of people can notice there's a lot of marks on the actual car on the naked eye, and I am forever at this moment in time polishing and cleaning this particular car. This is no fault of the car, obviously, it's my own doing, but yeah, whether I'd have a black car again is definitely something that I would consider before I went out and purchased. Like I say, beautiful to look at, but yeah, it's a pain in the backside to keep clean. Okay, so without doubt, the biggest gripe I have with this particular car, the biggest annoyance of them all, is the lack of the auto park assist button. Obviously, this is just a manual button on there that you have to push in. Now, that's not a big problem, but for the past 2 or 3 cars I've had now, they've always had the auto park assist on there, and I think it's a feature for safety wise, for the sheer amount of money I paid for this car, should really be looking at coming as standard. As I said, I think a lot of the big manufacturers nowadays, they make a lot of money on all the add-ons that you put onto the car. With this particular model, I, like I say, just got the standard M Sport. I had a couple of little extra features on, but then everything else you had to pay extra for, and that's how they make up their money. But to have no auto park hill assist on this particular car was a very, very big disappointment. And one of the reasons for this is for the safety aspect of it. Like I say, I went to a multi-story car park the other day, and just having the security of having it there, it just makes my mind a little bit less worried about that the car's going to roll when I go to start. Also, I'm having issues with the handbrake itself. There's been at least 2 or 3 occasions over the last fortnight where I've gone to get out of the car and I thought I'd put the handbrake on and the car has started to roll away. And I've noticed that previously on other cars, I've just had to click it once and the handbrake has come automatically on. Subconsciously, I think I've been doing this, but it doesn't activate the handbrake straight away like that. You have to hold it for a second or 2. You'll then hear the car whir, and then it will apply the handbrake. Like I say, this is a big annoyance for myself, something that I think BMW should be putting on all of their cars, and yeah, it's a little bit of a letdown. Okay, so there you have it. Feel a lot better now. I've got some of that information off of my chest. Like I say, nothing is perfect in life. Don't get me wrong. I truly love this car. It's a fantastic drive. It's, like I say, beautiful to look at. I'm having lots of compliments from people, especially on the night time. I've got a really cool driving video that I'm going to look to put together where I'm driving on a night, just simply the illuminations. There's some fantastic features on this particular car, but like I say, as I said previously, nothing's perfect in this world, and this car is not perfect either. The gripes and problems that I have are sort of like, as I said, some of them I'm doing, some of them not, but I think it is still a fantastic car, but it is best to be honest. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If anyone's got any questions, feel free to fire away. I'm always looking for new ideas for videos to come up with to help people and assist with this particular car. Believe it or not, I've had a local newspaper get in contact with myself. I sent them over some of my work that I've been doing, and they're really interested in looking at me writing some car reviews for themselves. So I'm now frantically contacting some dealers to try and see if, fingers crossed, if there's anyone out there that I can look to borrow some demo cars or even used cars. I've got no problems whatsoever. I just need something a little bit different to start reviewing, and hopefully I can look to get some work published. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I'll let you know how I'm going. My name's Danny. Thank you very much for watching today. Honest reviews of everything. Like I say, like, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Like I say, I'm having some fantastic numbers coming through at the moment. I can only remember 2 or 3 weeks ago I was saying that I was looking for my first video that has had 1,000 views. I've now got multiple videos over 1,000. One of them is fast approaching 7,500, which is mind-blowing. And I've got, I believe, 640 subscribers now, which is fantastic. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Like I say, have a great day. It's beautiful and sunny here in Hull. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I'll speak to you then. See you later on.